From riding extremely expensive motorcycles on the streets of Amman to living in some of the most pricey houses in the world, the ruler of Jordan, King Abdullah II bin Al-Hussein, is nothing like your regular monarch. He and his family are known for wealth, power and influence in Jordan and beyond. The royal family are also known for their extravagance, which has left many like us in awe and the locals bewildered. The family is estimated to be worth over $1 billion. The family exudes a lifestyle of luxury and class, representative of Jordanian heritage. Join us as we explore the life of the royal family of Jordan and how they spend their ridiculous fortune. King Abdullah II bin Al-Hussein has a net worth of over $750 million, and that's only a fraction of his wealth. Before we get into all the million-dollar palaces, yachts, cars and motorcycles, how did King Abdullah Al-Hussein become ruler of Jordan? Jordanian royals are descendants of the Hashemite family and are responsible for the formation of Jordan. The country rests in the heart of the Middle East, bordered by Saudi Arabia to the south and east, Iraq to the northeast, Syria to the north, and Israel to the west. Since 1921, this family has controlled Jordan, first as emirs of the Emirate of Transjordan under a British protectorate, and then as kings when the nation earned independence from Britain in 1946. King Abdullah II is a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad, and the Hashemites are descended from the Hashemite house, who governed Mecca from the 10th century. The Jordanian royals are the oldest ruling dynasty in the Muslim world and the second oldest in the world, only behind the imperial house of Japan. King Abdullah bin Al-Hussein has 10 siblings and is married to the beautiful Queen Rania Al-Abdullah. Together they have 4 children: Crown Prince Hussein, Prince Hashem, Princess Iman and Princess Salma, each one as stunning as the last. If you had your eyes on Crown Prince Hussein, you would be disappointed to hear that he recently married a Saudi-based architect, Rajwa Al Saif. The pair tied the knot on the 1st of June after an engagement in August last year. Prince Hussein met his bride through a mutual friend and has been in love ever since. As Crown Prince and heir apparent of Jordan, Prince Hussein is already worth an estimated $5 million. The royal wedding of Prince Hussein was a sight to behold, and you can imagine that calling it extravagant is a gross understatement. The last time there was a wedding of this size and importance in Jordan was when the king married Queen Rania in 1993. For this royal wedding, there was a free concert at the Amman International Stadium as a tribute to Hussein's marriage, and Jordanians from all walks of life filled the stadium. There was also a henna party for Rajwa and a dinner party for Hussein, each as illustrious and distinguished as the other. The wedding venue was one of the king's many palaces, the Zaharan Palace. The wedding had a star guest list and had famous royals like Sheikh Moza bint Nasser, Prince William and his wife Kate, the Crown Prince of Amman and Queen Sofia of Spain in attendance. One can only imagine how much money was on display at this wedding. The couple's outfits alone were worth thousands of dollars. The bride donned a silver tiara, an asymmetrical wedding dress, and a veil by Elie Saab. Prince Hussein decked up in military garb in black, white and red with gold accents. The couple rode to their wedding venue in the crown jewel of the Jordanian king's garage, a 1968 Rolls-Royce Phantom 5 worth over $2.5 million. The couple also left for their honeymoon in style in a 1984 Range Rover, customized to honor the late Queen Elizabeth. Jordan's signature red motorcade consisted of 8 Land Rovers, 11 motorcycles, horses and camels accompanied the newlyweds to their new home. The royal wedding only shows a glimpse of how much money the Jordanian royal family is worth. The royal wedding of Prince Hussein offered guests a tour of some of the finest palaces in Jordan, as the couple held various events of the wedding at different palaces scattered across the country. Jordanian royals have access to multiple palaces, each one as stunning as the last, with rich cultural history and heritage interwoven with every one of them. Among the king's palaces, the Ragadan Palace stands out as the oldest and most favored in the country. The palace was built in 1925 and cost only $2,000 to build at the time. Don't let that price tag fool you though. The palace has undergone several renovations since its initial construction and is worth millions in today's market. The main building of Ragadan Palace is a large multi-story structure. It has a symmetrical design with a central entrance and a series of arched windows and balconies along its facade. The architecture combines elements of traditional Arab Islamic design such as geometric patterns and decorative motifs with modern influences. Zahran Palasi is another notable palace belonging to the Jordanian royal family. Zahran Palace was constructed in the early 1950s under the reign of King Talal and Queen Zayn al-Sharaf. Aside from Ragadan and Zahran, some other palaces exclusively owned by the royal family include the Al-Husseinia Palace, Basman Palace and Al-Mushata Palace, all in the country's capital of Amman. Aside from these magnificent palaces, information leaked as part of the larger Pandora Papers, the largest information leak in the history of the world's wealthiest, revealed that King Abdullah II owns several real estate properties in the United Kingdom and the United States. The most expensive of these properties is an extensive clifftop property on the coast of beautiful Malibu, California. Described as a resort hotel-like mega mansion, this property has 7 rooms and a view of the famed stretch of shoreline where the dramatic climax of the original 1968 Planet of the Apes movie was filmed. The King of Jordan acquired this house, which has hosted popular names like Julia Roberts and Gwyneth Paltrow, for $34 million in 2014. He also bought 2 neighboring properties in the area for a combined $35 million in 2017. King Abdullah Al-Hussein began his secret love affair with United States real estate in 2012, when he paid $6.5 million for a condo in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. He's gone on to acquire additional properties in the same area totaling $13 million. The king also owns 7 properties totaling $28 million in the United Kingdom, which he acquired between 2003 and 2011. These houses are in the most exclusive areas of Belgravia, Ascot, Eton and Surrey. There's no doubt that King Abdullah is a big-time real estate investor, and we're certain his real estate portfolio is way more extensive than what is known and will increase in the future. The king also shares an unquenchable passion for fast cars and motorcycles. There is arguably no other living monarch who loves cars as much as King Abdullah Al-Hussein. The king inherited a love for all automobiles from his father. The late King Hussein competed in rallies and won. Before his death, the king curated a collection of more than 70 cars. This collection includes different superfast and exotic cars, from the 1954 Rolls-Royce Phantom 4 to the Aston Martin DB2. These cars are now part of a museum exhibition in his honor. The King of Jordan's museum in Amman is home to some of the rarest and most gorgeous automobiles, including classic and modern sports vehicles. A walk through the museum will leave you speechless. It is also well laid out and documented. Some notable cars in the King's collection include a 2009 Mercedes SLR Sterling Moss worth $860,000. A 1994 Aston Martin DB5 worth $744,000. A 1978 BMW M1 worth around $450,000. A 2003 Porsche Carrera GT worth $440,000. A Mercedes-Benz 600 Grosser Pullman worth over $230,000. A 1952 Aston Martin DB2 worth $200,000. And a 2005 Bugatti Veyron worth $1.1 million. In addition to this collection of superfast cars, the king also owns a more extensive collection of motorcycles worth more than $40 million. Members of royal families have access to a fleet of aircraft for official and personal use. These aircraft are typically customized and equipped to meet their specific requirements and security needs. In addition to the A318-112 Elite, the Jordanian fleet formerly comprised a Boeing 737-700 and an A340-600 Prestige with a total estimated worth of between $120 million to $300 million. Currently, the A318-112 Elite, valued at around $50 million, is the only aircraft remaining in the fleet. The Jordanian royal family looks charming. What do you think of this Middle Eastern ruler? If you enjoyed this video, check out the next one on the richest royals in the world. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.